Alright, well, it's been a while since I made a video, but I figured this is worthwhile. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. It's a 2008 Chrysler Pacifica. Family friend, customer, had it towed all the way up to me from about 50 miles away. They drove it down, stopped at Walmart, and then it wouldn't start when they went to go to leave. So yeah, just finally had a breakthrough I went through, and these are, I don't know if I made a video on it, but these are known for ground problems. So I had fixed the ground down in here prior to this. I've done spark plugs on it. I believe I've done brakes, but checked all the relays. Everything here checked out and seemed fine. And it almost was making me wonder if these TIPMs, or the totally integrated power modules as they call them, can cause problems and be problematic. And so I was starting to suspect this, which turns out that was not a good suspicion, because this is fine. So yeah, so I'm gonna take and get myself set up here, and I'll show you what I found. This is days of searching. I finally found one video that describes the situation we have here. And so I'm gonna make another video, so hopefully we start to get some information out there, so if somebody else is having this, they can fix it too. So yeah, here we go. All right, should be recording now, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Got this kind of torn apart in here, so I pulled this lower panel off down here. That was just 2 Phillips screws, and it's got some push clips. Then this panel here actually just pops out, and then you gotta sneak it past right here. Yeah, so in this case, you got your this is the sensor for your chip key, and these are just, it's a wireless sensor. That's why you get your chip key vehicle, you can actually take and use a non-chipped key to start it if you have a chip key near the sensor. That's why sometimes when you do like remote starts, they'll actually put a chip key, they require you to have 2 keys, so they can put one of the keys in the dash near the sensor or looped into the wiring harness for the sensor. So yeah, so that's why they do that. But so that's there for the reason I'm testing here. And I just dropped the piece I'm looking for. There we go. There it is. All right. So right here is the problem. So this is your lock cylinder. See? But the issue is right here. I don't know how well you can see that, but the tip broke off. So this piece here is what turns your actual ignition switch. So the lock cylinder, it's kind of like a pre-switch, and then that fits into there. Oh, there's a little pin here for this shift interlock, I believe it is. The pin there for that, but then that piece slides into there, and actually the piece, I don't have to dig them out, and this is your actual switch. This is the electronic part of the switch. So yeah, so that here piece broke off. So what I can do is, like now, because I have the key in the sensor down there, I can take this and a screwdriver, and if you look at the dash, I have power, and then it starts right up. So yeah, and no check engine lights, believe it or not. So yeah, that's that. And I have it all torn apart now. I did a video before, but what it was doing is it actually has a new starter in it right now, because it was doing the exact symptoms of a new starter, or a bad starter. And that's what the customer wanted me to do, is they figured it was a bad starter, and from what they told me, that sounded right. So we replaced starter, and all I got was tick, tick, just one single, the click of a starter solenoid. Not even that, actually. It was several solenoids or relays clicking in their power sequence for when you first start your car. There's several relays activate. You got your run relay, your start relay, all those relays were doing their, well, except for the start relay, because that gets its power from here. So the biggest thing, I think, maybe quick telltale, is that this is broken is the switch was not crisp. So, you know, normally you got, you know, off, you can on, run, or on, and then start. You got distinct boundaries. It seemed kind of, the lines were blurred. It seemed like to me is that the lines were blurred between the different settings in the key. So that's because most of what you feel is going to be on this end when you're taking and turning your switch. So yeah, so ordered up this little piece here. Believe it or not, this little die cast piece with a piece of plastic in it is more expensive than that piece, but at least you can buy it and get it. So yeah, I guess I can take if I remember, I'll throw the part number, the Dorman part number, down in the description. For those who are curious, it's 924739. That's the Dorman part number, but I'll try to remember to throw it down in the description. So yeah, you got a Pacifica or some of the other Chrysler and vehicles use this same assembly, so you might cross over to Jeeps and some of those other ones if they're on the probably if they're on the dash. I think in the column this is a little bit bulkier than they'd be, but yeah, something to keep in mind. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. I got a new part, $50 for this little thing. But see this little piece right here? That's what drives the electronic switch. See what's not on this one? There you go. Yeah. So yeah, well, like I said, I'll try to remember to put the Dorman part number in there. But yep, you can at least buy it. I'm gonna get this shoved back in there, and hopefully everything's all better now. Well, now I got that, well, figured out. Now I'll get that fixed hopefully tomorrow here when I get the part. Being as it's Sunday right now as I'm filming, but I gotta change the oil on this, and then also the blower motor, because apparently the other day, the day that they went and had it fail on them, the blower motor needed a little encouragement to start up in the morning to get some heat going. So we're gonna put a new blower motor in quick. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps, and go fix something.